Hello guys, it's Voxel Pro here coming at you with, I guess, kind of a contingency video. This video is a little token of my appreciation in addition to a contingency for if I did not upload the rest of the playthroughs on time. And I will be putting this up, this will be uploaded on the 25th. I recorded this on the 8th. Wait, let me check my, to see what the date actually is, as I'm not paying attention. It is August the 8th as I'm recording this. So this is the contingency for if I did not upload the rest of the playthroughs of Metal Gear Solid 2 and Metal Gear Solid 4, if I didn't get through them both at the same time. However, being that this is going to be uploaded on the 25th, because I'm trying to get it uploaded before that, I wanted to have time to start setting up for Ground Zeroes and play that. That will be included in the Phantom Pain as the Metal Gear Solid 5 playthrough, because they come in a package, the both of them. I will be doing mainly just the story missions, but if you guys do want to see side ops, let me know in the comments below. And this is the video to where I'm going to explain the Metal Gear lore as quick as I can. It's going to be called Metal Gear Solid 5 for Dummies. I'm sorry about that, name, but it's the it's not to insult your intelligence, but I will explain that in the video. So thank you guys for watching and enjoy the rest of the video. Hello guys, Voxel Pro here, coming at you with a Metal Gear Solid for Dummies. The only reason why I'm calling it that is because, I'm going off the names of the books. Plumbing for Dummies, Programming for Dummies, and I want to present a level of understanding. And I'm not trying to insult your intelligence. So if I did so, I'm sorry. But I wanted to do this video because of 3 reasons. The first reason is because the Phantom Pain is coming out soon. The second reason is because no one cuts the fat on the videos that do it, and that the third reason is that everyone is so confused by the Metal Gear Solid series, so much so that it renders the second reason almost moot. A warning, there will be spoilers throughout the video, and I will interject some of my own thoughts and opinions on the lore, kind of. So to dive right in, the first thing is that we have to understand that the Metal Gear Solid series maintains a tiered story system. The first tier consists of the basic plot, which is like the terrorist, nuclear catastrophe, blah blah blah, etc., etc. I want you to, when trying to understand the Metal Gear Solid series, filter all that out. That's like extra information that you don't need. Because the stories from Metal Gear Solid 3 to 4 have all that. So, it has the general basic plot. It still has that basic plot. There's always some terrorist or nuclear catastrophe somewhere. So you don't really need that. Throw that out the window. That's just extra information you don't need. Like a problem that you did in the 9th grade or something like that. Anyway, the second tier is character relationships, and they can be direct or indirect. They can be direct, such as Snake and the Boss, Naked Snake and the Boss, where the boss was his mentor, and then you have the indirect relationship, such as Solid Snake and the Boss, and we'll get to that in a bit. So the third kind of tier is the series theme, and that is striving to achieve one goal in two different ways, and these two different ways are in conflict with one another. What is the goal in this series theme? So the one goal that I'm talking about is for the boss's will to be achieved, for the world to be one the way that she claims it, or the way that they claim it. So what does that mean for the world to be one? Meaning that the politics should not interfere with personal relationships in society, not to be manipulated, to leave the world intact as one. But that's not how they take it. So Major Zero's dogma. Major Zero's dogma has, first of all, understand the Patriots, okay? The Patriots consist of Big Boss, Major Zero, Sigint, Paramedic, Ocelot, Eva, and they split, and it becomes Cypher and then MSF, or Outer Heaven. And so Big Boss, you know, he decides to take his group, which consists of Ocelot and Eva, his half of the group, and they go somewhere. And then you have the Cypher half, you know, Sigint, Paramedic, and Zero, and they do their thing. So Zero's dogma, or Cypher's dogma, is to, you know, control everything from war, economy, sociology, the way we have digital information stored, internet, the tweeting, everything. So all the information, everything, how we relate to each other, language, they want to control everything. So the people that they have under this group is the Patriots proxies, Cypher, which I explained is that half, and then various people like Ames in Metal Gear Solid 2, the President in Metal Gear Solid 2, Drebin 893 in Metal Gear Solid 4, Olga in Metal Gear Solid 2, Rat Patrol Team 1, although they are an unknown agent, Raiden, who is also an unknown agent for the Patriots. Well, pretty much any good guy starting in the Solid Snake saga were pretty much unknown agents. Then you have the S3 plan, which is a subgenre kind of the proxy AIs, of the Patriots proxies, which are a part of, I believe, GW. And then you have Cos Miller on the later half to post Phantom Pain. But we'll get to that in a second. Then you have Big Boss's dogma. His dogma is kind of like giving a home for soldiers, having them to protect countries and to fight the times, for them not to be screwed over by the government, to give them a place to live, to do what they do best, and to make sure that the soldiers there, that they don't give their alliances to the politics or whatever social thing that they believe that different countries believe is right, but it's what they deem to be right and what they believe in, and that's kind of where he's going with that, and to not hold a grudge against any one country, but for the soldiers to kind of operate as one, and if any country needs help defending themselves, they will do that, but they're more of a mercenary outfit than kind of a army with a ideology. Even though his speech that he gives at the ends of Peace Walker is kind of contradictory to what he ends up wanting to happen, it is an ideology in a way. So under this dogma, you have Liquid Snake, Solidus Snake, Liquid Ocelot, and then Cos Miller pre-Phantom Pain to sometime during the Phantom Pain before the split. So one character that always confuses people is Ocelot, and there's a trick to understand. And I would have to say it's like this. Ocelot is and has been on one side the entire time. If you don't believe me, look at the facts. The boss was his mother. Naked Snake, aka Big Boss, was saved by Ocelot not once but twice. Once during 1964, he claimed that he made a promise to the boss because he knew where his loyalty lied, when Volgin asked Ocelot to shoot Big Boss. And then again during 1984. And during 2014, Big Boss had explained the reason for Ocelot's behavior because as he had two different objectives, okay, which is one, to save Big Boss, to bring him back to life, and two, to kill Zero. Liquid Ocelot even confirms his true intentions beforehand, before he fights Snake on top of Outer Haven one last time. So real quick on Ocelot, I believe that he actually was possessed in two because the Tsar was his father. This is just a side note. Tsar was his father. He had ESP abilities, and he could communicate with dead spirits. Being that Liquid was dead, I believe that Liquid was actually possessing Ocelot during the events of Metal Gear Solid 2, like the tanker chapter, the Big Shell incident, what they call. On the other hand, I do believe that he was no longer possessed sometime before the events of Metal Gear Solid 4, because he has a cybernetic arm during Guns of the Patriots, during Liquid's insurrection, which to me means that when he's known as Liquid, Big Boss explains that as hypnotherapy and manipulation and nano machines and all that. So I do believe that he was both possessed and he was pretending to be. He was going under hypnotic suggestion to believe that he was Liquid at the same in two different instances. Well, as two different things. So I believe both happened. Okay, so Ocelot is a spy at heart, you know, but his allegiances at the end of the day have always lied with Big Boss. Every other person, faction, and army was just a stepping stone to get the resources he needed to battle the Patriots and to bury them for good. And by Patriots, I mean the Patriots AI, which is something that's explained in Metal Gear Solid 4. So go check that out. Understanding the two factions now and their key people, we can now ascertain what most likely happened given the plot points of the whole series. Something that could probably be ascertained would be who killed Kaz Miller. I would say that it's most likely Ocelot, given the history between Cypher, aka Zero, Big Boss, Ocelot, and Miller himself. You see, in Peace Walker, Miller and Zero had a business relationship, but once MSF was destroyed in the events of Ground Zeroes, he swore vengeance upon Zero's life.
We pull in money, recruits, just to combat Cypher. Rubbing our noses in bloody battlefield dirt.
Now this is a prediction, cause having not played Phantom Pain yet, I'm guessing that Skullface convinces them to find Zero and kill him. And when they find out that Skullface's soldiers were the ones who actually destroyed MSF, Miller and Big Boss hunt him down. Now, because Skullface's soldiers were being controlled by Psycho Mantis, well, I lost you. The long and short of it is that I'm betting that Big Boss killing his own Diamond Dog soldiers led to the split between Miller and Big Boss, causing Miller to run back to Zero. Being that Ocelot and Big Boss were close, Kaz now sided with the enemy, Ocelot still had planned to unleash vengeance upon Miller, just like the Cypher half of the Patriots. Which dogma does Snake fit into would be another thing that we could probably ascertain. Well, he fits into the kind of the third untalked about dogma, which is the boss's dogma, striking the perfect balance between Big Boss and the Patriots AIs. The reason why I say that is because he did fight for what he believed in. He did kind of fight for himself. He had his idea, and then he went and he followed that idea. along with some of his friends like Otacon, Meryl, you know, the rest of Rat Patrol Team 1, and Raiden, and then, you know, Colonel Campbell, Mei Ling, Naomi Hunter. You know, I believe that with his friends, he got by with a little help from his friends, is what I'm saying. And doing what they did at the end of Metal Gear Solid 4, you know, Sonny and Naomi Hunter playing a key factor into the destruction of the AI, you know, they were the ones that realized the boss's will, that realized the boss's dream. So, to leave the world intact, to leave the world the way it was. And Big Boss even explains this a little bit later as Snake and Big Boss meet for the last time. So why did Big Boss try to kill Solid Snake? That's another thing that could be ascertained. Well, understand this. Solid Snake first started out as a soldier of Foxhound, which was the name of Big Boss's outfit at the time. I'm guessing that Big Boss decided to use the children, I mean Liquid and Solid, until he found an underhanded way of killing them. From Big Boss's perspective, Liquid and Solid were products of Cypher, which is true. Knowing this, he probably thought that Solid was sent to kill Big Boss for Cypher, who at this point of the game is most likely the Patriots AI instead of Zero himself, whom will be henceforth called the Patriots for the sake of continuity and storyline lore reference. Anyway, from Solid Snake's perspective, I don't think he actually wanted to kill Big Boss. I think he was treating his mission like any other job. It's not like the Patriots had programmed Solid Snake as a sleeper agent. The only reason why he did kill Big Boss was because he was set up the first time, and he was forced to. He had no other choice. The second time he killed Big Boss, I'm pretty sure that was just a grudge thing. The third time he killed Big Boss was because Fox Die was still circulating in Solid Snake's body. But, you know, at least Big Boss's last moments with Snake was actually spent as father and son. So, there's that. So that's kind of all that wrapped up. The Metal Gear Solid kind of wrapped up. Well, no. There is one more thing. I just wanted to rant about something real quick. I know that the Metal Gear Solid Rising isn't official, but because Konami owns it, I don't know if a follow-up game is going to make it official. With that being said, that game completely screws up the character resolution that Raiden got at the end of Metal Gear Solid 4. He got his organic body back, his wife accepts him and his past, and he now has a bond with his wife and his son. So, that's just that on a quick tip. So, there you have it, the trimmed understanding of Metal Gear Solid series in a nutshell. If you guys need a further elaboration or you just want to give me some feedback, drop a comment down below, like the video if you truly like it, and don't forget to subscribe to Voxer Pro. We have more playthroughs, walkthroughs, whatever you want to call them, heading out. Metal Gear Solid 5 will be in the playlist sometime soon. It will start with the Ground Zeroes and will be continued in the Phantom Pain as all part of the same playlist as one playthrough, because Ground Zeroes and Phantom Pain was explained to be all of the Metal Gear Solid 5 experience. So thank you for watching. Subscribe to Voxer Pro and follow me on Google+, Twitter, whatever it is that you do. And I hope to see some of your comments, some of the insights. What should I elaborate on? If I need to elaborate on anything, does it come as a clear understanding now? So, you know, understanding that the whole thing's a tit for tat, just a giant war between, Big Boss and Cypher. It's kind of easier to understand it that way. So again, thank you guys for watching this video, and hopefully you guys understand it, and I really do hope you guys leave comments. So again, for the last time, thank you so much, and I will see you guys later.